look inside the world that is working in the radio and the TV business. And, our very own Helmsey, who is our IT director and works with Zeke Interactive to make sure the website's always updated, oversees all the high-tech stuff here at the Broadcast Plaza. For those of you that enjoy all of our social networks, Helms oversees that. So he had the opportunity, the show was invited to send a representative to experience the beauty of the beaches of South Walton. But about halfway through it, we started realizing that it was great for Helms to get to go with his family and help promote this part of the world.
Yes.
All of a sudden, we began to look at Helms' paperwork, and we thought, oh, no, we're sending Helms into the world of radio people.
Yeah, and I didn't know that.
That other radio people from around the country were all coming, and you had to hang out with radio goods.
He had an itinerary of dinners and stuff he had to go to.
First of all, when you met people who work in radio, do you now see how unique your situation is here?
Yes, definitely. And I understand some of the comments that y'all have made over the past. Very clear now. Crystal.
Yes. You got to run in that circle, didn't you?
Wow.
Yeah. It's like the first time you look at the sun. You just don't need to look directly into it.
Yeah, you got to have a welding mask. Don't look up on an eclipse day. You'll burn your eyes right out.
Right. It's a happy bunch, isn't it?
It really is.
Boy.
If you want to go negative, go hang out with radio people.
I don't think I was prepared at all. I should have. I was trying to avoid probably a little bit of what's about to happen between the staff, the ribbing, by not giving you the itinerary, by not telling you.
Yeah, you could have kept us out of it.
And the fact that it was a bunch of DJs, which I'm really not a DJ.
No.
Not even
close.
no
one
DJ
who works here
Jazzy
is a
Jeff.
DJ.
And,
Speak for yourself, Rick.
Well, of course, that time when I was working at the Ceiling, a couple of days I used to be spinning the hits, coming out of break and coming up next.
I'm coming back in Spider
because
Bussy.
It's so funny y'all are saying that because you had one or two guys that, and I'm probably not even supposed to say stuff like this. It's probably awful. But you had a couple of guys had to be heard, had to get up and say stuff, and it was that voice.
They wanted you to hear them pipes.
Yes.
I'm that way.
I want to wish somebody a happy birthday, and I was like,
let me start out by asking everybody who's come down here for the radio promotion. Anybody out there having a birthday tonight? Oh, there's Cowdy back there. Cowdy from what it said 94.7. Happy birthday there, brother. Now, what show do you work with, Mike? What's your name? How you say your name, Helms?
And everybody, by the way, they have the best show. Everybody talk to, they're the best.
Oh, sure they are.
Well,
Absolutely.
that's how you get up every morning.
We're just a bunch of goodies that get up and have fun every morning.
Yeah, well,
I mean, that's what I.
Let's face it. I mean, so you went on this trip.
It's an odd lot, but
to promote this part of the world.
Yeah, beautiful part, by the way.
Yeah, man.
My gracious,
That's
we
tough
don't
gig.
get down there enough, and hadn't been down there in a while because my brother lives in another area that way, and so we got. Oh my goodness,
why are
just
we not
beautiful.
there all summer?
Why
Broadcasting
not?
Is what I want to know.
That's what we need.
Why not?
We need.
Let's be
a
trendsetters.
studio down there. But it was fun. I did some things that I've never done before. There was some
That's none of our
kayaking
business.
going on. And I tell you, there's one thing I want to try, and I didn't. I was a little envious that I didn't sign up for this. Have y'all heard of the YOLO paddleboarding?
I have not.
It looks
when
like
you
a
stand
giant
up on it?
surfboard that you get up on, and you got a paddle, and you just
saw
get
that
after it.
during
It looks
Shark
like a
Week.
lot of work. I'd like for anybody
saw
that's
that
done it
Shark
to let us
Week.
know.
Yeah,
Shark
Shark Week.
got
I
one.
won't get in
I
it.
wanted to do that, by the way.
I saw those.
Looks
I
like a
don't-
lot of work.
I don't think that's for us.
And Bubba would be happy. I took a tennis lesson while I was there.
Oh,
So
Yeah, he told me when
you jealous, Bubba?
that was a lot of.
Because I know he won't play with you, but he'll get a
That's
lesson.
not true.
You
That's
know
not
you
true.
know what he told me. So he needs one.
Well,
Yeah.
w-
He
I
said
didn't
you wish
say
you'd
that.
go back and get
I've had no comment on anything.
two unfortunate things. One that I told you about. The audience doesn't know that we had to clean up dog vomit before we left.
Oh,
I
my
got
God.
home.
Well, that's awesome.
The dog
Just
had
say dog
evidently
vomit.
dog vomit. I mean, it was Amanda didn't realize it until she got home.
This is a
Everything was
non-eating
packed
show
up,
today, by the
blah,
way.
Blah blah blah.
Golly.
Getting ready to go, we realized it's in the car. The second unfortunate thing that happened, the last night as we're going to the send-off dinner with the DJs.
Rick, you had to go to
Wait a
send-off
minute,
dinner.
wait a
Yes,
minute.
there was a send-off dinner that we had.
Did y'all have
do.
to stand up and introduce yourself and
No,
say your
but
hobbies
we
and
all
crap
had to
like
wear
that?
name tags. We did have to wear
Hi,
name
my
tags.
name is
which I
Michael.
hate wearing name tags, by the way. I hate that. And
Well,
it was
what I do is put like Ronald Reagan or something.
Well, they have it for you ready to go. You don't get to write.
Well,
whatever.
what you do is you tell them somebody else's name you see on the table.
True.
Yes, I'm Harold Carmichael.
Hey, I'm
But on the way, Amanda wanted to get there a little
There's
early.
a few other ones I could.
So we could go to the beach, take some pictures, and do that, that tradition that you always do. Everybody's in white.
Oh, you didn't have
whatever.
white and khaki
Oh,
pants.
sure.
God forbid.
And so I'm just going to say it because if they're listening on 94.5, I believe is what you can hear there.
yeah.
If they're listening, I need to know if I need to pay a bill or anything. The security line for the visitors was outrageously long. The owners, people were just going. People were just flying through. Well, Amanda, my wife, says, "Hey, we're not going to be here but a couple hours. Hit that owner lane and get through there, and let's go to dinner. We got to go."
I'm impatient.
So yes, she was. I listened.
Rule
Everybody
breaker.
listens to Mama.
Rule breaker
Rule
and
breaker.
impatient.
So I take off.
Rule
well,
breaker.
there's no problems. As soon as I get to the gate, the lever, if you will,
The gate.
comes flying down onto the car.
Oh.
Guys,
no.
smashes the top of the roof,
What?
comes flying off, and the car behind me runs completely over it. Of course, everybody's staring and looking.
What
Look,
does security guard
So the
say?
gate
There-
karate chopped your car, is what you're saying.
I-
Do
Absolutely.
you realize why? I imagine they have a little something
Well-
they push because they're owners
Well,
that they can go
and-
under,
and
and you
I-
didn't have one, so
I-
you
well,
crashed the gate
Or
going
something-
98.
Or
I
something
was
could
a
be scammed.
nervous wreck for an hour, thinking, "Hey, and I didn't tell anybody. I just went
What
to the
did you
dinner.
do?
So
What
you
did
left?
No, no, no.
I left.
What did you do?
A
You
hit
gassed
and
it?
run.
You gassed
Well,
it?
I couldn't stop because the car.
Well, I'm not trying to
behind
be
me-
a tattletale, but the Rick and Bubba guy, he's tore up the security guard there.
He's not an owner.
I don't believe he's an owner. 9 songs in a row. Coming up next.
He's abusing the rules.
So I go and
That'll be a
Look,
wacky
look,
story for their show, but somebody's got to pay the price.
I strategically found.
Sunny
I'm
and
not
75
proud.
today.
I'm not proud of this,
Huh?
but I strategically found a park kind of away from everybody.
You
Up
see,
against
I
the huge
hid
van.
what you did.
Yes.
Hit and run
well, I
higher.
asked Amanda. I said, "Should we go back?" She goes, "No, they'll come." Michael,
I
we're
tell you, Amanda was just
we're in
going
an,
loose.
she said,
She
"We're
was a
in an
loose cannon.
enclosure. If they need us, they'll find us. We got to go get pictures."
How about Bonnie and Clyde?
Amanda was worried about the sun
And so-
going down.
Bonnie
She
and
really
Clyde.
was.
She just busted
you were
the gate.
impatient.
She was on that sunset. She wasn't worried about the gate. I just
That gate
blasted
was
her
going
through.
owner. Oh, not owner. That's what it does.
Well,
Helms. It
does
stops
it?
not owners. Supposedly.
Of course.
So
it
what
does.
car did it get?
We were in the Tahoe.
They
And
got
so,
some kind of something that keeps that gate up.
Well,
if
they
you're an
have-
owner.
Thankfully,
They have a remote or a
the roof
scanner.
rack
A lot of them have a window scanner.
is dented, and there's a little dent at top.
How,
You
yeah,
can't
how,
really
how
tell.
bad? How bad your car beat up?
It's not near as bad as that gate because it was completely
Do you
apart.
know-
and
you know
falling,
what it
and people
cost-
was running over it.
You know what it
Behind
costs
me.
to replace
I
those
mean,
gates?
It went up in the air about 15, 20 feet and came back down for another car to run
I
over
wouldn't
it.
be telling this.
Yeah, you should
So,
know this.
if you're at Sandestin and you're security, I'd like to know how much I owe, I guess.
No, you don't.
I
You
want to
got
do the
away
right
with
thing.
it.
I
You
hid.
ran and hid.
Yeah, but that's on my
Helms.
conscience, Greg.
Yeah.
There's a
I'm worried
reason you
about it.
hid.
I had a way to
For
correct
1
it,
hour.
Helmsy.
For
Correct
1
it.
hour. I'm serious. I was
Hey,
shook up about
you
it.
wasn't that worried about it, or you'd have went into
I
the
was.
office.
True.
Now
That's
you're
true.
you're 8 hours away. You suddenly
Yeah.
you're worried
I
about
was
it.
Oh,
more
yeah.
worried about not getting and meeting that sunset
Oh, yeah.
for the wife
Well,
than
when
I
you
was
left,
the
you coulda
security
went
guard.
back.
Now I'm more worried about the security.
Can I tell you something?
They
Honestly,
got cameras. They
Helms,
can run them
the
back.
scene you just described, I'm still shocked you were only concerned about it for an hour.
Yeah. I mean, if you broke an
I
arm,
can't believe you hit and run.
yeah,
When
you
we-
impatient,
when we
picture
went
taking,
out,
arm
I
breaking,
asked
hit and
Amanda,
run
I
hotter.
said, should I stop and say something? And she goes, well, you do what you think you. She didn't want me to stop, of course.
Yeah,
But I didn't. I just went on.
I'm like Greg. I mean, we all Bonnie and Clyde.
Well,
My goodness, you run rough
well,
shot on the
here-
resort.
And so then the rest of the time we were there, and we would go in and out gates. I'd kind of look to see, and it
Did you
looks
pee in
like
the pool too
it
while you were
looks
there?
like- I may have, by the
Okay,
way.
then.
Yeah, Saturday night.
I mean, just being honest.
Pools
It's on your
down there
conscience.
too, and it's been hot all day, and it feels like that bath water.
Yeah.
Awesome, number one. And the kids are at that age too, where they don't want to do any. They don't want to go to bed anytime soon.
Right.
So we're at the pool, we're at the beach.
Well, they're scared to death. They think you've run through some security.
Of course,
Yeah.
they loved
they're-
it.
they're-
Braden's daddy, do it again. You know,
Do you realize there's a security gate that's supposed to really keep people from going in that aren't owners?
Rick,
That's
yeah.
broken.
Yeah, and you know
No,
what,
it's
you know
back
what
up
happened.
today with some nails in it.
They
There
took a
wasn't-
picture of his
I
tag, and
think,
he don't
by the
know
way-
it.
Well, that's
Listen,
why I'm coming clean.
There was a
I'm
description,
coming clean.
Helms. It described your car, and it said it smelled a little bit like dog vomit when it came through there.
Yeah.
They know who you are.
Y'all don't have to keep saying that. That's
Really?
awful.
I mean, how
I
many
just kind
times
of
we
like
got-
saying dog vomit.
I'm owning up to it. That's what I'm
It
doing
is
today.
fun.
Um,
If you're,
Doggy V.
if you're in South Walton
I
and
like
know who runs the security gate, let me know.
Yeah, well, he gets this far away. Now he feel bad about it.
Well-
He could have walked in the office and threw himself on the mercy of the court.
Yeah,
have
but his
time.
wife didn't want him
I
to
didn't
stop.
have
We
time.
all been
We
through
had to
that.
get pictures.
I will say this. though.
White
The sun
shirt,
was setting,
khakis.
Greg. The
Well,
sun.
I'm not having a problem with trying to get away with it, but don't act like you care.
And I really felt bad yesterday.
He didn't
at
have a
Gold's.
problem trying to
Look,
get away with
I
it.
started thinking about it again yesterday at Gold's Gym when everybody, it was the first time since the medicine ball incident. They're all giving me a hard time.
What's
I'm thinking I'm
happened to
running
you?
through gates. What's going on?
Stealing stuff from Gold's
I
Gym.
can't believe you got away with it and they didn't chase you down.
I don't think I have. I think they're going to get in touch.
How about you're out of control?
You wacky DJ.
Yeah, you always try to be wacky. That's the way it happens on the zoo.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.